Eight hands flying fast, colors brightly clash, pieces locked in mash, time you cannot dash. Edge and corner find, patterns in your mind, joy in each line signed. Erase it, you'll not mind. Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling joy will show. Laughter fills the air, friends beyond compare. Pictures start to pair, love and fun we share. Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling joy will show. Laughter fills the air, friends beyond compare. Pictures start to pair, love and fun we share. Late into the night, pieces fit just right, heartbeats taking flight in the morning light.
Oye, nada, no se puede ahogar, ¿no?
Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling joy will show. Joy will show. Joy will show. Joy will show. Eight hands flying fast, colors brightly clash, pieces locked in mash, time you cannot dash. Edge and corner find, patterns in your mind, joy in each line signed. Erase it, you'll not mind. Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling joy will show. Laughter fills the air, friends beyond compare. Pictures start to pair, love and fun we share. Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling joy will show. Laughter fills the air, friends beyond compare. Pictures start to pair, love and fun we share. Late into the night, pieces fit just right, heartbeats taking flight in the morning light. Piece by piece we go, with each step we grow. Together we know, puzzling 8 hands flying fast, colors brightly clash, pieces locked they mash, time you cannot dash, edge and corner find, patterns in your mind.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this 200 plus 300 competition. Hope you're all having good holidays. And welcome to my co-host, Daniela. Your microphone is off.
Okay, now again, thank you, Michelle. Thanks for the introduction. I'm very happy to be here. I feel coming back home, let's say. And yes, starting again with the puzzle season for me after holidays. So I'm very happy to start it with all of you and with this wonderful forum. So let's see what we are gonna encounter today as puzzles.
Yes, it's very exciting. We've got a cubed box on the table, but that's because it's two puzzles. We'll see very shortly what they will be. You had a theme in mind, considering it's the holidays and people are traveling. Yeah, so I'd love to know, Daniela, do you bring puzzles with you on holiday?
Yes, I always bring small puzzles to try. It really depends. I always have with me small puzzles that I can do and redo, especially on those, let's say, dual moments during the trip, if you need to get a train or for these occasions. But if I know that I'm gonna be with family, then I take difficult puzzles, because I know we will make it together and then we will enjoy it. But I always take puzzles with me. Yes.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. I'm always taking puzzles with us as well. Recently, we did a trip to the Czech Republic, and we were in our car, so I knew we had space, and so I also took a bag of puzzles with me, and it was really fun to see, because I was traveling. We were visiting family. There were multiple families arriving there. I also had some kids' puzzles there, and it was just really great that seeing that when the kids were the kids never said that they were bored at any time, that there was nothing happening. They just pulled out a puzzle, and it was just so nice for me to see that.
Yeah.
That they, whether they occupy themselves. Yeah, we had some fun replies from our participants. So just one moment. Yeah, and there were some fun replies. Tuli says that she's actually participating in this EJJ from her caravan.
Okay. I would like to see a picture. It will be nice. I don't know if you feel inspired to take a picture and tag us. That will be great.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. And somebody else wrote that they are on their spa holiday at the moment with their mum and participating in this EJJ. So that will be pretty fun to see. Just checking my mic at the moment. Yeah, maybe Daniela, would you like to tell us which puzzle you took recently?
Well, yes, I had a trip to Japan that I love it. It was long in my list. And I took with me the bag-in-box 99 small pieces of sunshine puzzles. And why I did, I took explicitly the nigiri, and they have the mochi ones, because I was going to Japan, and I made some very nice pictures while eating sushi, completing those puzzles. And I took with me as well one ulala puzzling competition.
No.
That I can that I was doing in a hotel, and it was very fun to see the people passing by. passing by and checking,
Right.
okay, what is this girl's doing? And I was doing with my husband the speed puzzling. So those are the ones that I took with me. Yeah. And then I handed them over to my friend Ayako Omori. She's one of the leaders of the Japanese association, and she was super happy to get puzzles that are very difficult for her to get in the other side of the world. So that's where my things in mind. So I have a funny videos, but I still need to process it. You know, like in this sushi conveyor belt. And then the sunshine puzzles coming. It was super fun to do. And people looking at me, what is this girl doing? Always people approach to you when you puzzle in an open space. But yeah, this is what I brought with me. And yeah, and I got inspired, in fact, by Kiran. Because he did the Camino with a puzzle and then he posted about this. So I would like to. Can you hear Daniela? Oh, you don't hear me?
Is it okay? So I think it's just Birgit. I just think it's a problem with at your end. If you can't hear us, the others can hear us all right. Okay. So yeah, so it looks like the others can hear us. Birgit, it sounds like it's your end. Okay, so we are now at the time when we are ready to unwrap the puzzles. So please go ahead, everyone. And yes, you mentioned Kieran taking some puzzles with him on his Camino. Well, I think one puzzle. So we're going to find out a bit more from him later in the piece about how that one puzzle went. I think he did it dozens and dozens of times.
Yes. I'd like to hear more details indeed.
So yes, we've got two puzzles. Please remove the stickers from both of them, and you'll notice that the image is correct on the back of the box. It's not a square puzzle. They are both portrait mode images. So when you grab the box to put it into the holder, you want to use the back of the box.
And maybe be a bit careful when unwrapping the puzzles, because they have a tape to put them together. I didn't know, and I opened them and I damaged one of the boxes. So please be careful.
Yeah, we can see lots of people slicing carefully with scissors. So yeah, just make sure that the lids of both come off easily, and then place them back in the middle of the table. Dora, please unwrap. So Hannah can't hear, and Birgit. Okay, I can just wait another minute. I haven't announced that yet, which one will go first. I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page first. Okay. So I've just asked those who can't hear us to just log out of the meeting and log back in again, and hopefully then they'll be able to hear us. Seems like it's more probably a local issue since the majority of you can hear us. Okay, so the one that we will be doing first will be the 300-piece puzzle, so the one with Simba. So you can just place the 200 one off to the side.
That's a very nice coincidence. This is how I made them.
Yeah. So often the question is asked, do I need to put it back in the box when you have finished the first puzzle? No, you don't. The puzzle was quite small, so ideally you can, if you've got a large enough table, you can just slide it off to the side. Of course, if you don't have enough space on your table, you could put it into your box if you want to, but it's also nice at the very end to be able to take a photo of both of them. Natalia, please put the pieces back into the box. When everyone is ready, then when I do the countdown, that's when you can remove the box and the pieces. So right now, the box of the lion should be sitting on the table, ready to go. Okay, I don't know if Birgit and Hannah can hear us now, but just hopefully keep an eye on your counter. Dora, we will start with the lion first.
I am reading a bit the chat on the YouTube. So hello, everybody. And I see we have Adriana Zuluaga participating from Colombia. So we have a big public from Colombia writing. So I would like to send them my big hugs, especially after the difficult situation of the earthquake happening over there. So I know in Venezuela, we recently had as well earthquakes, very devastating. So I don't know what's happening with our Mother Earth, but yeah. So in Colombia was quite a thing. So I'm very happy, Adriana, and all the Colombians are here. So please enjoy this moment, and then you can have a very nice puzzle break.
Okay, so it looks like Dora is ready to go. Yes, so we'll do the lion first. So you can put the second puzzle off to the side. And when you are finished, you just start straight away with the next one. Okay, countdown starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Puzzle, everybody. Okay, so we have, as you probably have noticed, we have the 300-piece Simba puzzle, so from the Lion King, Disney, and then the 200-piece puzzle. This one is a bit less familiar. Eric, could you place the image on the screen for us to see? Right. Can you put the image on the screen today, so that we can have a look at it? Some of you may be familiar with this one. This one, yeah, a lot of similar colors, not a very wide range of colors on this palette. And the second one is Pool Party. With 200 pieces. And this one, yeah, is kind of like a fun mix of paintings, painted people having a pool party with I don't know, Miami, Palm Springs Beach type of backdrop on there. So yeah, let's start the alphabet in M. And then, yeah, Daniela, tell us what you think about the puzzles.
Well, I jump into the Simba because I like Disney, and well, first, I haven't done any of them. Yeah, so when I received them, thank you very much for that. I was quite surprised, and yeah, I start by the Simba because I really like the image. I don't. You will find it weird, but between Dutch nationals, holidays, preparations, work, life, I was not really speed puzzling since April, guys. Okay, so I did more of chill puzzling to put my head in the right place. And this took me 52 minutes to accomplish. I know I am not a really fast speed puzzler, but for me it was okay. I really like it. And I was just in the flow. I mean, it went really natural, the assembling of this. So after I finished, I took the other one. I have to say, I don't really like too much the image. It's too random for me. But it was very good for speed puzzling. You could perfectly differentiate all the texture, the colors, the images, and I have a kind of wow when I encountered the palm trees, because at the Dutch Nationals we had a panorama for teams full of palm trees. So I led them till the end, and they were not difficult for me. I finished the other puzzle, this one, 228 minutes. So yeah, it's a very good puzzle for speed puzzling. So I don't know. I think I naturally, if I need to choose one of those, I will go directly to Simba rather than the other one. But from a speed puzzling perspective, at least for me, the pool party was very fun to do because, yeah, you could very easily differentiate what you needed to make, while the other ones had more yellow shades, oranges, greens, etc. So yeah, I love it. And have you done the puzzles as well, Michelle?
Yes, so I did the first time the symbol with my daughter. She picked this one out, and so we did it together as a pair. Yeah, it's kind of a typical problem with like the Disney type puzzles, but not only Disney, also anime, is that there is just a very limited color palette. You've got lots of yellow, greens, oranges, and reds. There are some differentiations there. Some pink, so you really got to pay attention to the colors. The pool party one was surprisingly quick. It's also, yeah, as you say, it's a really random image. Like I don't really know what's going on or what they were. Yeah, but it's actually pretty fun, I'd have to say. So let's have a look who's on screen. We've got Margit from Germany, Marguerite from South Africa, Maya from France, Maria TV from Sweden, Marina from Sweden, and Marjorie from the USA. And just still at the flipping of the stage. And yeah, some borders taking place. We can see Marina is at a really good pace there, getting started on that border already at, yeah, quite a lot of the border already done at 4.5 minutes. This is possibly Marina's, I wonder if this is Marina's last 50 plus club. She has made really significant progress in the last time. So, or actually, yeah, so maybe she'll be moving on, or maybe she'll be in the 50 plus club for another batch.
I'm curious, Michelle, do you have kind of statistics for people who has been improving and jumping to the most speedy group? Or I don't know, just asking randomly, yeah?
Not particularly. It's just when you see a name kind of moving up the ranks. And I know Marina has also done some coaching. She also mentioned that when I think she won the last one. She won one recently, and she did share that she had also been receiving some coaching from Jim and Mari, and that had really helped as well.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So we should, yeah, be moving on to the next group. So we also have with us Marlene. Just waiting for the screens to catch up for a moment. Yes, there we go. So we have Marlene from the Netherlands, Marta B from Germany, Nadine from Germany, so Nadine K from Germany, and Nadine W from Germany, Natalia from Colombia, and Natalie from Germany. Yeah, so at the, did you start with a border on this one, or did you start with the face?
I thought I am not going to start with the border. And then I sorted all the dark greens, you know, in the ears and the eyes, etc. of the face. But then I went naturally to complete the border. I don't know, I deviate to the border. It was very nice, and because helped me to notice that there were different shades of this red, orangish. So then by doing the border, it's where I notice, okay, so we have this amount of flowers, these colors, etc. So after the border, then I finish the green, and then the light yellow that you have on the top of the face. And then I continue with the greenery, the rest of the greenery, and filling gaps. Basically, that's how I build it, leaving the orange of the body till for the end.
Yeah, so the orange is definitely the largest color in this image. You mentioned like the light yellow. So there is in the top half, there is like a yellow background, kind of like an archway going over the lion. And then it kind of looks like Simba is sitting on like a pinkish orangey carpet. So this is one of the puzzles where you could like, it's very easy to like look at the foreground and get a bit overwhelmed with a lot of the similar things happening in the foreground. But sometimes it's helpful just to switch lenses, have a look at the background, notice like the soft colors there, and that can maybe help you to move on. Yeah, but I think the ears and the eyes will probably be popular places to start once people move on from the border.
Yeah, and I remember as well when I discovered the little texture between the reddish and the yellow background. I discovered, there is this. Those were pieces that I could fish very quick, and then I connected, and that helped me to build a split between the yellowish background and the reddish background. I'm talking not about a lot of pieces. There were like 3 in one side and 4 in the other side.
Yeah, so with us, we also have Nina from Slovenia, Nora from Finland, Ramona from Switzerland, Rena from Germany, Richard James from Belgium, and Erika from Denmark. So we're just going to have another quick look at the images. Yeah. Yeah, can you move down a bit? Line down. Oh, it's cropped. Okay, so actually the image that I see now, it's actually the Simba is cropped. That is incorrect. There is actually some leaves and more yellow above the head. So sorry, somehow the image got cropped. And this likewise, the image does not, it's not square. It doesn't end where the feet are. There is like this, pink background underneath with another big pink flower and some more grass. Okay, so then let's look at who else we have today. All right, so we are up to the R's. We have with us as well another Rika from Denmark, Ramina from Switzerland, Sanna from Finland, Sarah from Germany, Zegna from Denmark, and Sylvia from Germany. And I think we can see the face coming together quite nicely on Sanna's page. On her view, you can see the eyes and the ears kind of floating there in the middle, but also she's got that nice big flower in the top attached. So that is looking really good there. And you can also see she's done some good sorting. So already the oranges are sorted out towards the bottom.
And she has the borders in the top right corner. So, and a little bit of mix between the light greens and yellow.
Mm-hmm. But also Signe, you can also see that she's also got similar facial features done as well, but she's also got this red tail. So the bushy part of the tail kind of looks like a flame. I think that's also one section that people will also go to early on as well.
When I was building the green, it confused me a bit, the lines between the mouth and the feet, the paws of the lion, because they are thinner than the rest. So I assemble it, and then quickly I realized, okay, those are for the paws.
Yeah, so you got the green strokes on the paws of the lion, and also like on the mouth. Yeah, so here it's a lot about differentiating the types of leaves and what background they have attached to them. So here we also have Steffi is from Germany, Susanna from Bosnia and Herzegovina. So welcome, we have our first participant from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I know she participated in another competition, but I think it was a flex, or maybe I think she did participate in a live, but I didn't realize at the time. So yeah, always great to see another country being added to the, EJJ country rankings. Yes, thanks. Nice wave to the camera. Then we've also got Taya from Finland, Tulia from Finland in her camper van, Ulrika from Germany, and Vanessa from Austria. And Taya also said something really nice about her recent trip to Japan. She also took a 99-piece puzzles, and then she actually did a puzzle of was it the Tokyo or the Kyoto temple? I'll have to find the answer. Sorry, Osaka. She went to Osaka Castle in Japan, and she did the mini puzzle of Osaka Castle by Piecely Puzzles right in front while she was at the castle. So that is something really special if you have you can go somewhere and puzzle an image of that place. So that was really fun.
I think I saw a post about that, and that remind me the posts of Chiara of mimicking the puzzles. That then she takes the puzzles and she travels, and yeah, very good. I know Maria Andrea from Colombia did as well in Portugal, so it's fun to do. In my case, I built the puzzle of a nigiri and I ate the real nigiri.
So there's also Vesna. Oh, okay, Vesna made it on time. Yeah, because she was supposed to still be playing music right now with her band, but it looks like they finished early and she made it home in time to puzzle. She's also streaming on her YouTube channel, Puzzling Happiness, if you'd like to get a closer look at how she's going. And of course, her husband Jan is always at her side, and it looks like Jan also has some kind of seagull mascot, something like that. Then we have at the end of the alphabet Zoe from Spain, and then we're jumping up to the top. We've got Aaron, who looks like he's possibly puzzling outside. Aaron from the UK, Adriana from Colombia. And I love how the Colombians are so proud of their flag. You always see it, you can see it on the shirts, and even Adriana's squirrel mascot is resting on the flag. We've also got Eileen from Germany and Aina from Finland. So at this stage, lots of borders, lots of ears. And yes, and it's very satisfying when the ears can get attached to the border. Daniela, you're muted.
Oh, great, thanks. No, I wanted to say a lot of sorting done as well. So by this time, majority of people that I see have done sorting and or borders, shall I say.
Yeah, we can see some of the red features being attached to the border. Yeah, so the ears are only a couple of pieces away from the border, at least on the left side. Yeah, the right side, the right ear is still kind of floating, but then quickly we'll see people attaching that to the large flower. So I'm very interested to know, the pool party one is a bit more random. We haven't seen anyone get there yet, but it's kind of one where you could start anywhere. You could start in the sky, in the water, on the donut, or at the people. So I think that we're going to see a lot more variation here. I feel like with the symbol, we're probably going to see people fill it out kind of strategically in the same order. But I think with the pool party one, it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, and that happened to me when I was working on this. I thought, okay, I'm going to do the pink. And then I noticed the blue, and then I jumped to the blue. And then I know it's on a structure, but I just follow what calls my attention. So, okay, and this and this and this. No, it's time to put it together in order and then connect it. And as I said, I finished with the palm trees because I was kind of afraid of the palm trees, but no, they were quite okay.
Yeah, so we have on screen Aino from Finland, Alexandra from Switzerland, Amy from the UK, Angelina from Germany, Anya from Germany, and Annika from Denmark. Yeah, it's interesting what you say about the palm trees, because typically palm trees are really tricky, especially when they overlap, because you just can't tell which direction the fronds are going, and there's many puzzles where you have on the top border or hanging over a big corner chunk are the palm trees, and they're generally the section you leave to last. But I found because the palm trees in the second puzzle are kind of separated, like you can use the trunks to identify where they go, and also they're kind of a bit more spaced out.
And there is a gradient in the background that is easy to recognize and classify the leaves of the palm tree. So for those that are working, this is the tip. I don't know if you can hear us, but then you can notice the gradient.
Yeah, so that one's definitely going to be a fun one. The reason I put it second, even though it is more quicker and suitable for speed puzzling, is that it can go really fast. And it could be very likely that we will miss people, because if it's, I did it for the first time in 16 minutes. And because these are ones that are available on the market, some people will do these puzzles 2 or 3 times, and it could be the case that if somebody has done this before, that they do it like at 10 minutes or so, and we could completely miss them. So we wanted to make sure, that we, just for in terms of catching everyone, we just did it like that.
Sorry, I see indeed a trend of people choosing low count pieces for practicing speed, to do it once and again. I see more of this on the social media, at least, rather than people practicing once and again puzzles of 500 for a speed. People is now, I see the tendency migrating, repeating 500 for other reasons, for better texture recognitions, etc. But piece per minute, they take 200 pieces, and that's why they repeat it. They do it once and again. This is something I have seen is increasing, and I remember the first person I heard recommending to do so was Emilia years ago. And now that there are more available 200 pieces for adults, I mean images, etc. Yeah, I see this happening. So I think what you are saying makes sense, and then explains perfectly why is the second one to build.
Yeah, so it will definitely feel faster the next time. So we have on screen Annika from the Netherlands, Berit from Germany, Bernhard from Switzerland, and he's puzzling sideways, going up the wall. The camera angle is a bit funny. Then we have Birgit from Germany, Karin from the Netherlands, and Katrin from Germany. So we can see that Birgit has done a really nice frame there, and she looks like she's doing it quite methodically. She's only got a few pieces off to the side at the moment that she's working on, but looks like she's about to do another pull very soon. And Katrin has got various islands in the middle floating, as well as the loose pieces that of the colors that she'll be working on. Yeah, so I think do you have any tips for when people get to the oranges? Like, how did you take on the lion fur?
Or of course, when I needed to build the lion, I tried to look for all those small details that gave me a hint of another color. That's like a small line here on a border with something. I built kind of the frame of the body, and then what was left were mainly the few orange pieces, let's say.
Yeah, so you've got that white kind of underbelly fur, the paws, and of course the tail is more skinny than the rest of the orange parts. I just got a flash on the screen. We have someone who's like almost finished the Simba puzzle. This is amazing. Charlene from Switzerland. Wow, just a few, black patches left. She's got a black table. This time she has a black table. She has puzzled before with a red table, but look at that. As you say, she's done all the the red strokes that define where the legs are and where the neck is, and it's really just the pure orange pieces that she has left. So that looks really amazing. She's also the organizer of the Swiss puzzle online competitions, puzzly.ch, I think it is. But yeah, looking great at this point. Then we also have Christina from Denmark, Christine from United Kingdom, Chiara from Ireland, Kieran from Ireland, and Columbine from Switzerland. And it's interesting how Chiara is doing the border. So she's not doing the complete border. She's basically doing the border as she does the features. So like looks like the pure white bits she's left it to the end, but as she's done the yellows and the flowers and the leaves that are sticking out, then she can place them very well where they fit. And then, yeah, kind of doing it very methodically, color by color. And we see the first transition. Well done, Charlene. Okay, so this can go really fast from here on out. Okay, let's we'll get back to Charlene in a few minutes. We want to see how the rest of the pack are going. Let's see who's coming up next in the C's. We're still with, I think the next one would be Christina from Italy. Yes, Christina from Italy. Now we've got Daniela from the Netherlands, a different, Danielle, a different one, not my co-host. We do have a Danielle from the Netherlands participating, as well as a David from Slovenia, Desiree from India. I remember seeing some shout outs for Desiree in the comments. The Indians always support each other. Their friends are always there cheering them on. It's always so nice to see that when one of them participating, they all get behind. And we also have Dietmar from Germany and Dora from Switzerland.
You know what I really like? That all participants have natural light on their tables because of the summer. Some of them are indoor, but you could still see light coming through windows or something. That's very summer effect.
Yeah, that is nice to see. That will change in a few months. Some would say we've had too much sun this summer. I just noticed that David is also doing really well. He's only got the lion left to do. We just saw him a few moments ago, but that was looking really strong. So it could be a top contender. We did start at M, so there's actually a lot of people we haven't seen yet. So I'm keen to see how the rest of the field going. But very exciting for Charlene and David. We haven't seen their names before I don't think definitely not on the podium. Potentially, we could be their first time for the top 10. Okay, so we've also got Dorothee from Germany, Eleanor from France, Alka from Denmark, Esther from Germany, Eva Lisa from Germany, and then Everly from Estonia. A nice wave to the camera from Eva. Okay. So yeah, we haven't seen anyone yet doing something completely different. Like we haven't seen anybody starting with like the feet, for example, or starting with the white background. It does seem to be quite a familiar strategy is how people are approaching this puzzle.
Yeah, I think because definitely the green and the reddish of the ears, etc. That calls your attention.
Yeah, so we're also catching sight of Gavin from the United Kingdom, Georgia from Italy, also doing really well there. I mean, Georgia's about halfway through, and her approach is more like kind of doing the top half. So rather than kind of, she is doing some of the bigger features in the middle as well, but looks like she's more concentrating on the top half at the moment.
I think she's doing maybe by color, and because you have a lot of red on the top, that seems more finished. So maybe she did the face and then reddish. Now she's completing yellow.
Yeah. So, and then we also have Hagar from Germany, Hannah from the US, Helen from the UK, and Idun from Norway. And I love seeing these floating ears, like on Eden's page. But I'm very curious to see how Charlene is getting on. So I think it was about maybe 4 or 5 minutes since we last got sight of her. Let's get back to Charlene. But I love how Hagar has a floating head, just really focusing in on that head and filling in the yellow above the head as well as the flower. So I didn't mention my time for the puzzles. So the pool party I did in 16 minutes 17. And for the Simba, 39 minutes 12. So yeah, it is a bit of a slower one for a 300-piece puzzle. However, it is one that's been around for a while. This was published in 2024, so it's been around for 2 years now. So there is a high likelihood that some people may have done this puzzle before.
There are more in the series, right, of these Disneys. I remember Alice in Wonderland and others, and yeah.
Yeah, so part of the same series, there was Alice in Wonderland, Tinkerbell. There's also Moana. I think Moana was my favorite because it was the most colorful. Alice in Wonderland is like 80% pink. It's a bit of a tricky one, pink and purple. So yeah, I think we'll just leave Charlene in the top corner, just so that we can keep an eye on her. So it looks like she's gravitating towards the pinks. You've got a pink inflatable donut and a pink inflatable flamingo. So looks like that's where she's at the moment. The border pieces of the sky have been pulled out and just placed up to the side. But yes, let's see who else is here. We've got Elma from Switzerland, Jennifer.
And her amazing lamp. I love the kind of lava lamp of Jennifer. Wow.
Yeah, Jennifer from Germany has a moving lamp. It kind of looks like jellyfish floating around in there, like 2 jellyfish.
Yeah, 2 jellyfishes.
And they're dancing together.
Yeah.
And we can see Jessica Henderson, one of our EJJ puzzle creators, and also one of the people behind on the board of the USA association. And she's also doing really great there on the lion. So it's more just the belly and the white background to fill in it. No, she's done the white background as well. So okay. So basically it's the middle of the lion to go. But yeah, that's looking really good. I'd love to see Jessica rank highly. She's a really good puzzler, and something that she always does, although she hasn't needed to do it here because the puzzle is so short, is to rotate the puzzle at the end when to get the sky, whatever section closer to her. We're also got a glimpse of Juan Manuel from Spain. From Colombia. Oh, that's 3 Colombians.
Wow.
Juan Manuel from Colombia, Karen from the United States, Marina from Sweden, who's also just about to finish the lion. Okay, so we just jumped a bit, but yeah, it looks like Marina is one of the potential leaders. We also got Katarina from Austria, and there's 2 Karens from the United States, Karen Brownlow and Karen Brooklow. There's also Kenneth from Denmark and Kim from the Netherlands. And I like how Karen Brownlow has done quite a lot on the bottom there. So really focusing on the pinks, so the green leaves which have the pink background. And yeah, I like how the kind of the eyes are attached to their ears, but like there's no nose or no forehead. We see that on a lot of the puzzles. It looks quite cute. All right, so Charlene is about halfway through at the moment of the second puzzle. Okay, we're almost at the end of the alphabet, which would be L. So let's keep on moving. And then we'll focus in on who else may have started the second puzzle, although I haven't heard any hints yet, but I think that there are a few coming up.
I see that Charlene as well is almost done with it's like a plant, may I call it fence in the background? That helps you really to split that puzzle. She's almost finished with that as well. She's finished already, yeah.
Okay, we'll get next. Okay, so we're just going to quickly catch who else is with us, and then we'll focus in on the leaders. We've also got Kira. She's joining us from Lithuania, Krista from Austria, Kurt from United States, Larissa from Germany, and Laura from Germany. Okay, so Charlene is about two-thirds through. Larissa has done really fantastic on the top half of the puzzle, coming down from the head and the background at the top. And it looks like Krista is also, yeah, only getting very close to only having the oranges left. It's just finishing off some of the whiter sections and the background and on the tummy of the lion. Okay, so it looks like we've reached the end of the alphabet. Yeah, so let's see who else could be in contention. I see that Nina is just about to finish the first puzzle. We're also getting hints that Jessica has about 20 pieces left of the lion. Let's also take a look at Maggie, Hubby, and Marina. And David has started the second puzzle.
Wow, we are on 35 minutes.
Yeah, so honestly, I didn't expect that with this puzzle. But these two puzzles, this is really amazing. Like if a 300 and a 200 could be done by Charlene in under 40 minutes. That would be pretty amazing. And we have a few others hot on her tail. So David working on that border, so he's going to get that. Yeah, so the thing about this one is we also have the symmetry. So you can see on David's border, you've got like a part of the hedge on the left, part of it on the right, part of the gradient on both sides of it. So sometimes it's a bit tricky because you don't know on which side of the border that goes until it's all fully done. And looks like he's also going for the pink inflatables. Nina is coming up to the close of the first puzzle, as well as Maggie, Hubby, and Jessica. That's really exciting.
Wow.
I feel like it's as soon as this one is over, it's going to be a sprint. And Zoe from Spain, also just a few gaps left. This is really fantastic. Yay! And Maggie Harvey is done and moves on to the second. And Jessica as well, just like 2 seconds behind. So yeah, keep in mind that the full image is on the back of the box. Use the image on the back of the box. There we go. And Nina T from Slovenia also into the change, sliding off the puzzle off to the side and ripping in to the second image. So I think this will really be the decider. So right now, from what we can see, top 6 could be Charlene, David, Nina, Margie Harvey, Jessica, and Zoe.
How many participants do we have today, Michelle?
In the registered, we have 90 people registered.
Okay.
So we did sell more than that, but for some reason, there's always 5 people who don't turn up to a competition.
Okay.
There's always, unexpected things that happen, or maybe some people forgot. And here we go. Here goes Zoe into the second puzzle.
I am checking Teia, and the camera doesn't show the entire puzzle, only the box and a bit of the puzzle. So thank you.
Yeah, so if let's take a look at the image again of Pool Party, just so we can recognize the sections a bit better of what people will be working on. You did mention that there was a gradient in the background. Oh yeah, clouds. There's clouds. There's an airplane. Small details. So yeah, even though it is like a bigger section of the sky, you do have these really pink clouds, and the airplane helped to break it up, and that's also really nice. As well as the palm trees break up that skyline as well.
Yes, and you could see the colors better in the pieces than in the image. In the pieces are very recognizable, the pink, the gradient, when a cloud is finished. Yeah.
She's a pro.
Good. Okay, so yeah, we want to, so quite a funny image, and we can, I really want to see how Charlene is going at this one. So she is leaving, the palm trees to the end. So closing it in, sandwiching it from both sides, coming in with the gradient and the clouds from above, and coming up with the tree trunks and the fence. So there are these thicker lines coming up from the hedge. Those are actually fence posts of a transparent glass fence. And that's why you just see the posts sticking up next to the palm trees. And yeah, so here it's all about the palm trees, but David is making really fantastic progress. And it's great to see that Nina, Maggie Hubby, Jessica, and Zoe are also working on the second puzzle.
Signe Eliasson just started as well her second puzzle. Signe. Sorry if I pronounce it wrongly.
Yeah, we've also got Berit, 5 pieces left on the first one, just popping in those last ones in the orange and moving on.
Yeah.
And Berit, she has a timer so that she knows exactly when she finishes the first one, and then can deduct that from the total time. And we have a winner, Charlene Trene. Fantastic. Well, just under 42 minutes. That's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, congratulations. It's always exciting to have someone new, in the podium or the top 6, top 10, or just, hearing people getting their personal bests. So well done. It is a bit open how the top 10 is looking, because we don't know, how people go with the second puzzle. Berit's getting started on that. Annika Andresen is also coming into the close, as well as Chiara. So a lot of potential, people coming into could make the top 10. Really, it depends on how much you hit the gas on the second puzzle. So try and keep that momentum up. I know the first puzzle was also a bit of a slog, and maybe even had to do some shape sorting when you got to the oranges. But now, try and keep the pace up. I can see that Chiara is standing up and getting into real game mode. So if you have been feeling a bit sluggish up till now, when you start the second puzzle, like really pick up the pace and just get a boost of energy.
And yeah, it might be that some people might struggle with the second. Who knows? And then they can catch up. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, sorry.
I think it's almost a perfect puzzle for speed puzzling because you've got the gradients with some like busy elements.
Yes. That's why I was explaining before. I was quite surprised because this is not an image I will choose if I buy it, but puzzling it was really good.
And congrats to Rika making the transition. Rika J. Lion is off to the side and starting to flip now for pool party. It would be fun to see which paintings these came from because obviously they're kind of like Renaissance, naked people from some famous painting. It'd be interesting to see the original photos and then, yeah, it's kind of funny idea cropping them out and then placing them in a completely different location.
There is a brand of puzzles here in the Netherlands. They make only 1,000 pieces puzzles. The concept is they take a picture in the Netherlands, on a street in Amsterdam, for example, and they give it to the artist, and the artist paints things on it. It's fun. It's fun to do.
I actually really like the idea of that. I have done one from the puzzle box. It was a 1,000 piece like a photo of Amsterdam in the winter. So the photo itself was a bit drab, but it had the interesting buildings. And then they painted on top of it, like with digital illustration, different people, different, like there's somebody pulling a sled and some people wearing winter clothes.
Yes.
And those elements were very bright. So even though it was, a wintry scene, there was no snow, but it was, well, maybe there was a bit of snow, but it was a bit, grayish, brownish. But the colors really made it pop. And it was such a fun idea to kind of incorporate like a new life into an original photo.
Very nice you have done it. I did as well one that it was a picture of a rainforest. And indeed, the artist painted bright animals on top, etc. And I sent it to Colombia as a traveling puzzle. Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun. So we're also seeing, Georgia has started a second puzzle. Lena, last piece in. Well done, Lena. And Dietmar is also coming into the close. So, yeah, but right now it looks like David is the furthest ahead with the second puzzle. And he's actually already done the palm trees and is leaving the sky and the water to the end. Of course, the water is reflecting the sky, so there was a similar color, but the water does have that reflecting texture.
You feel the waves of the water moving. That's why it's a different texture. In the light, in the sky, you have the gradient but plain, if this makes sense.
Yeah, so when I was practicing with my team, we have two people on our team who are good at gradients and two of us are good at busy. And so we always said like our favorite speed puzzle was busy plus gradient. So I think it's a good combination to look out for, whether it's by yourself or with a pair or a team, then you have these two different elements to work on. So yeah, it looks like David is probably like 1 to 2 minutes out from finishing. So it's really fantastic. And Aaron is coming into the close. Get those oranges tucked away. And Marina is on her second puzzle and could even be further ahead than David. Come on, David. You got some competition from Marina. So Marina's got the sky. Oh, she's done the water. Well, you can see on both of them, there are some pieces that are the same color on both sides. So there's gaps on the top and the bottom. This is going to be really close between Marina and David. So, but it looks like this is our podium, and Marina is going to get there first. Congrats, Marina. 48 minutes or perhaps slightly under. And well done, Aaron, transitioning to the second.
Congratulations.
And yeah, fantastic, Marina. Good job. And then it looks like David, yep, last pieces going into that sky and water. I like how Ino has the pieces shape sorted for the last oranges. I also felt that I had to do that at the end. The orange is so flat, you know, there's no color variation, so I had to go by shape, and that really helped. And David takes third place. Fantastic. So Charlene was 41 minutes 50, Marina 47:59. So just under the 48 minutes, and then David just 30 seconds later. So really fantastic. So yeah, so far 3 people under the 50 minutes for this.
Wow.
We're also seeing Nina and Jessica. Yeah. So the second puzzle, it looks like people are doing the middle first. I think that's probably where I started as well, because of the people and the inflatables, and then kind of, yeah, leaving, you have these water and sky gaps at the end. So yeah, Nina and Jessica looking very well positioned to make top 6, but there could be somebody scooting past them. And yeah, we can. I'm getting tips that Katerina, Larissa, Ino, and Ina, and Marguerite are also close to finishing the first. So we're going to see a lot of transitions coming up around the 50 minutes.
I was jumping indeed at the beginning from the pink to the blues or greenish till I discovered this plant in the background. It was a great discovery for me, because after I did that, okay, I finished the border and I could really split the rest of the pieces in the sorting of the colors. And I finished first the water and then, of course, the sky. And as I already said, the plants, the palm trees.
Oh, you seem to have cut out for a moment. Sorry, could you repeat that, Daniela?
No, there was just confirming, you know, like I started indeed by pinkish and blue, red. And then for me, it was quite a thing to discover the plants that are just in the middle of the puzzle, because that gave me really the structure to go for the rest of the border, and then a clear split in the type of pieces, you know, because you have this plant in the here in the middle.
You mean the hedge in the middle?
Hedge is the English word. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You learn. I keep learning words in other languages. Okay, so this, after I did this, it helped not only to to anchor the whole puzzle, but as well, when you remove those dark pieces from the pool of pieces, then you can see easily, okay, how to split the pinkish of the water or the sky.
That's a very good tip. I love how you say anchor, because I love it when you can connect one side of the puzzle to the other. And if you've done the border and then you get the dark pieces in, you're going to have like this nice strip in the middle holding it together.
Yes, I see, for example, Adriana now. And yeah, it looks like I build it in the way that she's doing. Of course, she's in high speed compared with my timing, but this is more or less how I approach it.
And look, Natalia from Colombia is almost finished the second puzzle.
Wow.
So that we didn't have eyes on her earlier, but wow, fantastic.
She just finished. Wow, congrats.
I don't think we've had anyone from Colombia in the top 6. Oh, congrats, Natalia.
Yay, she's dancing nice.
Good job. So, but coming up very closely behind her is Jessica and Nina T. But oh, that's so exciting! I'm sure. Yeah, come on. Where are all the Colombian flags in the chat? Let's see them. Yes, and I think Natalia did really well at the other competition recently. In the in-person competition that was in Colombia. Oh yeah, here we go. Now we see Jessica rotating the little puzzle so that she's finished off the water and she only has the sky left and it's directly in front of her. I just always love seeing that, and that always makes me think, hell, maybe I should do that myself. Okay, Rena has finished the first puzzle. Moving on, and Nora is also very close. So yeah, a lot of transitions happening.
Maybe to mention, I did both puzzles not in the right direction, but to the side, because I wanted to practice during when I was co-hosting the last AJJ. There was as well a portrait puzzle, and some puzzlers were building it in the other side, and it was a remark like, when you do it in this way, you are closer to the pieces. So then I remember that learning, and I was curious how it was for me on working on this way. And then later I did in a chill mode another puzzle. I definitely want to enhance that way of building, because it really makes a difference, at least for me, on having the pieces far, because you build it in portrait, or when you move it. It made a positive change in my way of puzzling, but I want to get better.
I think that's a really good point, because it's oh, hang on, I'll continue afterwards, because Nina is about to finish in the sky, and right there, right alongside her is Maggie Hubby, coming in under 55 minutes. Yep, there we go, Nina. There we go, Maggie Harvey, just like 1 or 2 seconds apart. Fantastic. Yeah, I really like how you said about using a smaller puzzle to practice that rotation. If you have a portrait image, it can be a bit daunting to think, you know, especially if you want to practice that, because we see a lot of people do that on the the small tables at Worlds or at Championships. They just don't want to be, puzzling from one edge of the table to the top of the edge, so they do the whole image in a landscape portrait, landscape orientation. But if you're not ready to do that with 500-piece puzzle, starting with a 200 or 300 is actually a really good idea to get used to. Yeah, telling your brain that it's okay if the sky is on the right-hand side of the image. The sky doesn't always have to be at the top.
Exactly.
Well done, Jessica.
Yeah.
So we can also just see from the thumbnails, Romina has also finished the first puzzle. And Columbine is also getting close to having the first puzzle done, as well as Marjorie. Marjorie has just started the second. Oh, and here we have another Colombian. Could we get 2 Colombians in the top 10? Then they would be having it. Then they should celebrate by having a pool party.
So we are in 56 minutes. I finished the Disney in 52. So I would have been now working in the pool party indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Rika J and Sinya, Lena Buck, Annika, Aaron, all on the second, Dorothea. So yeah, here is the tricky part, when there's so many people, here comes the big wave, when we have a whole bunch of people coming in at a similar pace. It gets really tricky to see who's ahead and to try and catch all the finishes on screen. But it looks like Zoe and Adriana are coming up in the next minute or two, but Krista only has 5 pieces left. So Krista is going to get there, and could that be top 10? Okay, Zoe, Krista was number 8. Zoe number 9. So we've got 1 more place left in the top 10. Well done, Krista and Zoe. And then we'll see who is here to join us for a chat. I'm going to check if Charlene is still in the meeting. Okay, so Charlene unfortunately has left, but she did leave a message in the chat. Thank you. Loved so much the choice of the puzzles, smiley face. Oh, fantastic. Well, we'd love to have a chat. Sorry to you couldn't stick around, Charlene. Maybe you'll make it into the podium another time and we can have a chat and we'll get to know you a bit better. So second place.
Well,
Oh,
Adriana finished that.
And Adriana, well done. So we have 2 Colombians in the top 10. And I'm just sure we're going to be getting rolling finishes from here on in. So Marina, if you can hear me, please join us for a quick chat.
Hi.
Hello, Marina.
Hello.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us what you thought of the puzzles and how you approached them today.
Yeah, when I opened it, I saw the lion Simba, and I was like, oh no, I think I did it like from the beginning when I started speed puzzling, and I thought it was very difficult. So that's what I remember. But the other one I have done more recently, and I really like the sky and the colors of that one. So one I was like, oh no, another one was, oh, I like this. But I was pleasant surprised about the time, because I think I was over 1 hour when I did it the first time. Like,
Okay, that's very satisfying.
yeah, but it was over like 1 year ago or something like that. So I was happy with the result.
And what was the most easiest part for you to build?
With the smaller account, the 200, I think I like to take out the pinks. I always like the pink, so this was.
That's your color. Let's say when you see the pile, you go for that color.
Yeah, very often.
You know, I play often with Roald. He's my partner in teams or in couples, and he says, "You know, I do blue," because I don't know. It's like you. Is it like you develop your preference, or? But he can go very easy in blue, but not with green.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now that I hear you saying, okay, pink, okay, so you always will go for pink, or
Yeah.
is it because you like it, or depending on the puzzle? I mean,
yeah, it's depending on the puzzle, because this weekend we were on a puzzle marathon in Gothenburg, and it was like in a gradient puzzle. And I was trying to do the pink, and I was totally failing the pink part. So I shifted to dark colors, and then that was much more easy for me than the pink. So not always pink.
yeah, and then because in the other puzzle we have pink as well.
Yeah.
Did you start by pink there as well?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I start with the darkest green because I thought it was with much less, and in the same places. So it's not easier to start with the dark green.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the pool party, was it new for you?
No, the pool party I have done, but it was some time ago. I think some month ago or something. Because I really like smaller accounts, and I have trained a lot with them, like 99, 200, and 300.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah. And they are perfect to take when you go on vacation also.
Then you take it with you normally when you go on holidays?
Yes, I always bring puzzle. I want to be without it too long. I miss it too much. It's so big part of my life now, so I will miss it too much if I don't bring some puzzles with me.
And then do you have, I don't know, curiosity on the places you visit to know if there are puzzle shops or, yeah? Have you experienced that?
Yes, we was in Mallorca just some weeks ago, and I was so happy to found a place where they were selling puzzles with Mallorca and on the puzzle.
I'm very curious as well to visit. I like to see new brands.
Yeah,
I like to check because I live in the Netherlands, and then here we have access to multiple European brands. But I always like to go and check what is there and what other concepts related to puzzles.
Yeah.
I recently visited Japan, and I could notice that puzzles for them are still, it's an assumption now of what I saw, to hang in the wall. Why? Because the sections of frames for puzzles was huge.
Oh.
So then, I try to look, okay, what is it, a puzzle, with a different piece cut or a different brand, and have you found a special puzzle in one of your trips that maybe you can talk us about?
Yeah, I think this one that I bought on Mallorca, it was nice because it was I think perhaps it's not a big brand or something, but it was special for that island. So so it was nice with that.
Kind of exclusive. You can find it only if you are there, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. So then it's special.
Yeah.
Because I also like to go in to see new brands or look at the stores. Toy stores often have puzzles when I go abroad, so I always want to look at that. And like last year, most of my traveling have been to puzzle events. So
I heard some people from the different associations. There was this idea that popped up of maybe creating a kind of puzzle passport, that if you go to different events, that you can start a stamping of something. I don't know, somebody mentioned, I think somebody wants to create a draft or something. I don't remember who mentioned it, but if you are listening, please go for it, because I recognize what Maria is saying. Almost my last travels has been for puzzling events as well lately.
yeah, it was a very nice surprise that when we was in the marathon, the organizer have make that one of the sponsor was coming to the event, and it was like a surprise sponsor, and it was like a very new brand in Sweden, Pusselbolaget.
Okay.
So I never heard about them before, and it was very nice puzzles. So they don't have so many yet, but they will have more and more, and it's like typical Swedish motive. Because they said that they was traveling to other countries, and they see that they was using the artists from the country and make some really special motive about the places. So that was a very nice surprise.
Thanks. Could you please maybe write in the chat the name of the brand, and then I can put it in the YouTube for people who are curious about it? I am curious. I want to check online as well. I'm always open to see new brands, and I will note it down. And my next time to Sweden, I can check it out. I see, by the way, in the comments from Maria Zuluaga, she created a puzzle passport. So very, very, very great idea. It will be nice. I don't know if you can share some pictures. I don't know, in case you are in Instagram, or maybe tag Speed Puzzling EU, us, because I think indeed it's a nice idea. And I see, Marina, you just wrote puzzle bola head. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong.
Puzzle yeah, and they was very appreciated about the participants. So
okay, I'm writing in the YouTube chat. Puzzle tip: Swedish new puzzle brand, Puzzle Bola Jet. Jet?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm saying it right. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you.
And the puzzles you take on your trips are, yeah, I was explaining at the beginning of the competition. I take a small puzzle count, pieces count, or tricky puzzles, because then I sit with the family and we enjoy making it together. What type of puzzle do you take? Something that is pending on your list, or something? Yeah, I like to hear more about that.
Yeah, I bring often like mini puzzles, like 99 in different brands, so I can have that with my hand baggage. And then I also take some 200, 300, and they can be different pictures. It can be tricky, like with a lot of sky, just so I can practice that at the same time. And when I went like last time on the beach, I took this like beach puzzle, like 99, and I made it and I put it in the sand, and I felt like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah, so linking to the environment, let's say, the theme of the puzzle. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think I will bring a winter puzzle with me when I go.
Okay, no, very, very nice. Last year I went on holidays with a small puzzle count. This brand is Travel Puzzles, and they come in a bag, and it was super convenient because you have this box. Even if it's a mini puzzle, you have a box, and it can be taking volume on your luggage. And then because they came in a bag, they were very convenient.
Yeah.
And now that I travel with the Sunshine, they come in a pouch, so it's even more convenient.
Yeah, I do that too. Like this 99, instead of taking, I lay it in a small bag, and I only have like this. I got the picture.
Okay.
And
yeah, nice tip.
I also choose like the 500 or something. If you have like a poster inside, then it's better to take that one with you.
Yeah, I travel once as well with this. I have here, not precisely with this, is these mini puzzles that come in like a flask.
Yeah.
And they are great, but I had kind of troubles with a so small piece count to put it back. And I was at the airport once, and I was building it, and I couldn't finish, and they were calling us to board. They were falling it was super fun at the end when I think about it now. But yeah, those are quite popular as well. I see a lot people posting on social media traveling with this type of format. That I have done as well during activities here in the Netherlands. The Wis van Keulen puzzles from Speed Puzzling EU in this format. They were very cool as well to make. So it's very convenient, but you need to watch out the small pieces that they don't fall everywhere.
When you show that, I have a tip about that, because my friend Maria TB, that's also participate tonight, she did like one of that in the train when we was traveling this weekend, and you could take the picture upside down. So if you can put like the lead, and you can have it stand, so you change. If you have the lead down, you don't see the picture because they couldn't stand on that top because it's like round. And if you have a very small place, so Michelle, if you make like smaller of that one, perhaps the picture should be upside down, because then it will be the right way when you have it standing on the lead. Yeah.
You are right. I get it. So the picture is in this direction, but you cannot place it in the table.
No.
And then if you do it like this, it's stable in the table, but it's upside down.
Yeah.
I think it's a great tip, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're just having a flood of finishes right now. In the last few minutes, everyone is just, we've just had a flurry of finishes. So my husband is, chasing up the screens to to do all the finishes. So right now we have 50% of people have finished. So congrats to that. We just passed the 46 finishes out of 90 people registered. And we're just trying to catch up with all of those. So it is important that if you finish, that you stay in the meeting. It might just take a couple of minutes until we verify that you have finished. But please don't log out until you have that verification. Otherwise, we do need to check your puzzles. So, Marina, will we be seeing you again in the 50 Plus Club?
Yes, because I had, before I did 6 of the puzzles, I had already order for the next.
Okay, so you're in there for one more cycle.
One more cycle.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's great. Well, I'm really happy for you and this, this momentum that you've found. Keep it up and keep on going with it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for today.
Yeah, congratulations. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good. So we just saw Elena, Eden, Sana, all finishing their second puzzle, and we've got Kira who's making good headway on the second. Dorothea is also done.
And Kiran just finished.
Okay. Yeah, so just see who else will be joining us for a chat today. Yeah, we have a comment from Kiara saying, thanks for the contest. The first puzzle was definitely tricky, but still fun. So yeah, I think this is a good one that you can make. The second time you do it, you'll definitely make a big progress. As Marina said, she did it a year ago and it took her over an hour. And this time she finished both puzzles under 50 minutes. So that was a really amazing improvement over that time. So is there anyone else who could join us for a chat? From the finishers, David has left and Charlene has left as well. If you are one of the people who said yes for a chat and you have finished, you can let us know as well. But as for now, congrats to Dorothea. I know Kieran for finishing that. Oh, Kieran's finished. Then he can join us for a chat. Yes. Just. So did you have a favorite detail on the pool party puzzle, Daniela?
I found a very cool the faces of the people, because I have a memento about this. When my daughter was very small, like 1.5, we went to Vatican City, and my daughter has curls like these people, and she was chubby like these people. So when we entered to Vatican State and then to the San Pedro church, it was a big group of Asian people making pictures of the art. And then one of them turned and said something in Chinese, pointing my daughter and pointing the art. And then they started, all the group move and they started to picture of my daughter. And I was like, what's going on? And then I realized, yes, white girl, chubby, with green eyes, and then the curls. So when I was building this puzzle, I really went directly to that memory. Yeah?
Oh, that's so funny. It's like one of these cherubs,
yes.
angels on the wall.
Yes.
It's funny that you say that, because when we went to the Vatican, our oldest daughter, who also was very fair-skinned and had blonde curly hair, and was also quite chubby, she was 2 years old at that stage. So yeah, we didn't get the same reaction from some tourists, but now that I think about it, she could be one of those cherubs up on the wall.
Yes. So this is what I thought when I saw this, the style of, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so Kieran is waiting in the wings and is ready to chat. So I'd love to hear what Kieran thought of the puzzles today.
Hi, Kieran, how are you doing?
I'm good. I didn't like the Disney one at all. It's like too few colors, too hard to distinguish. And it's fun to make, but I preferred the second one.
I saw you a bit kind of fighting, you know, in one point you were with a piece and talking to the box, like, come on, where does this go?
Yeah, there was one or two pieces, you know, it's one of the, you know, don't get stuck on a piece. Well, I got stuck on one or two pieces. Like, I cannot see this in the picture. But yeah, we got there.
Yes. No, very good. Very good. So you like more the second one.
I like more the second one.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, the image is not my choice, but it's a really great puzzle to speed puzzle for speed puzzling, huh?
Yeah, especially you start at the middle, like the pink stuff really jumps out, the figures jump out, the kind of edge of the pool, and then the hedge, and then you move up to the trees and down to the reflections, and then you tackle what's left.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yeah, and then I suggest Michelle to talk about traveling and puzzles because I was fascinated by your story. I was following during your trip to El Camino because when we play here at Belgium, you explained me that was the reason why you were not joining the Dutch nationals.
Yeah.
So I was following all your amazing pictures, but I found quite interesting that once you were back, you posted about this puzzle, but you posted more than the pictures of the puzzle. You show as well some statistics on this. And that's why, I would like to ask you,
okay.
how did you think on this? Was something spontaneous? Was something like, why did you decide to take a puzzle with you? I don't know. I'm just curious. I would like to hear more, please.
So for people who don't know, the Camino is there are many pilgrim routes to Santiago de Compostela in Spain, and the bones of St. James are supposed to be there. And so people have been walking from all over Europe since medieval times. I think the 12th century was when they found the bones. These days, it's, you know, there are many routes. You can take 5 days, you can take 40 days. By the
way, somewhere in Rotterdam, I have seen the sign of Del Camino here in the Netherlands.
Yes, there is.
In the south, it's possible to find as well.
Yeah, so I've actually met people who walked from the Netherlands to Santiago.
Wow.
In one go.
That's amazing.
I walked it over 4 years with my late wife, kind of 2014 to 2018. And we always said when I retired, we'd come back and do it in one go. So I retired the end of March, and end of April, I set off. I think the idea of having 6 weeks without puzzling was a bit alarming. So, I mean, when you pack for the Camino, it's like, how light can you make it? Because you have to, a lot of people carry everything on their back. So I did 800 kilometers, 36 days walking. This is what I took. So the sushi puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of picked this because there's a lot of detail in it, a lot of different stuff. It's not kind of huge blocks of color. I didn't take the box because there's too much space. So just the bag unboxed. And it was like, what am I gonna, I'll make it whenever I can, wherever I can. The first night I had a really narrow table, the light was dark, and then I've done it in bars, I've done it on the street.
I saw one picture with a nun besides you, looking at you, like, yeah.
Yeah, so that was in Carrion de los Condes. It was a albergue run by nuns. And so I did it in the kitchen, and she was responsible for welcoming people when they came, and there was nobody coming. So she came in, and I'm not sure if I had divine inspiration for that attempt. And to some people I became known as the puzzle master Remember, I arrived at one albergue, and then another friend of mine, Alyssa, kind of arrived and said, "Oh, have you done your puzzle yet? I haven't seen you make it." And it was a choice: will I go for a shower or will I watch Kieran puzzle? And
Oh,
so
nice.
she waited with the shower. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel I'm particularly fast, but when you're in an environment when nobody is puzzling, then it's very impressive.
That's quite an interesting feeling. Huh? I always mention inside the puzzle community that I am a bit below average a speed puzzler, but indeed, when you are surrounded by people that usually doesn't puzzle, you are, wow. You know, they look at you and they really ask you things. How do you do things? So were people, by the way, interrupting you where you were puzzling because they were curious, or they were quiet? I don't know.
But yeah, people were talking, or they would wait until afterwards and then talk. One of the last days, so I got to Santiago on 31st of May, and then the 3rd of June I left. And one of the days, I made it on the street. I had some conversations in German with some German people. I have no idea who they were because by the time I finished, they had moved on.
So you talk, but you were looking at your puzzle.
I'm puzzling and I'm talking in German, and yeah.
It remind me once my daughter and my husband, they like to do boulderen. That's the Dutch word. What will be the English word? It's like climbing, but it's a variation of the sport. It's without
bouldering.
Bouldering. Yeah, in Dutch is boulderen. Okay, yeah, I don't do that, but I wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then I took a puzzle, and I have found a table. Yeah, and I was super concentrated. I didn't notice, because then a boy said, "Come on, Dad, let's go." And then when I look, the father was standing looking on what I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I saw your pictures, I was really curious. Did they let him puzzle or what? Yeah.
So you mentioned statistics. I kept track of every time in a spreadsheet. The first time was 45 minutes, which was slower than I'd done it at home. But then you saw like the first 5 or 6 days was just you get used to the puzzle. It went down to 37, 35, around 30 minutes. And then I think there's a couple of break points. I stopped making the edge, at the start, and then I got a couple of minutes on that. At one point, I kind of moved. Normally, I make it with the pieces to the left side, and part of it is about how can I reduce the time to travel of every piece, and if you can reduce that for every piece, it makes a big difference. And so I think there's two things. One is I tend to sort out pieces and then put them into a pile and then make them from the pile, but that's like a double hump.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tried, I'll take less pieces, I'll keep them in my hand, and I'll make them from my hand.
Yeah.
And with the small puzzle, then that worked, and also you get to know that
your hand is your tray.
Yeah, so it means I
you didn't take your Zacco puzzle tray.
No.
Okay.
No,
I remember from Belgium. Very nice.
Couldn't afford the weight. And then the other one was when I put the pieces on top of the puzzle. So then I can just look up and see the pieces, and particularly at the end when you're just, kind of motoring, you don't have to kind of move them to where you can see them.
Yeah.
I did also discover, through scientific, observation that my times don't improve when I have alcohol. Because often the routine is you start walking early morning, either to beat the rain or to beat the heat. You might arrive by 1 or 2 in the afternoon. You have a shower, you do their laundry, you have a beer, and then I would journal or would puzzle or so I ended up either having a coffee or having a non-alcoholic beer before the puzzle, and my times definitely improved. Then I had a beer afterwards to celebrate.
Very, very good, very good. And Kiran, so I am curious, did you memorize, I can guess, the image, but did you memorize there was a point where you could recognize, oh, that piece shape goes here, like the cut of the puzzle, or was just the image?
It's mostly the image.
Okay.
Because it's such a distinguishable image that there's lots of sections, and so you pull out a section, that section goes there. Towards the end, so the brown bits, the light brown and the dark brown at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You end up with about kind of 8 pieces, and you can recognize from the shape where to go.
Yeah.
But the other ones, also the waves, there are, they're in different places and there's different shapes. So you kind of recognize, oh, that's a 2 ins and 2 outs with a white knob. So I know it only goes in 1 or 2 places.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then you, and as an IT person loving data, rough. Put it in a spreadsheet, design a curve, etc. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know, just curious, being more in detail, did you monitor as well your conditions? I mean, lighting, or did you take notes more in that sense?
No, I didn't. I could probably look back and go, yeah, that was a good day or a bad day, or
because I can imagine if you need to make this puzzle now in a competition where normally you have good lighting, table, whatever, you will super fly, right? I am guessing.
Well, I made it at home slower than my fastest time.
Okay, so you need the boost of the Camino then. that was a trick.
Yeah.
No, very interesting. Thank you for sharing the story.
You're welcome.
And do you usually, when you go on trips, take puzzles, or was just this time?
I usually do, and I've kind of gotten into taking 1 or 2 kind of smaller piece count puzzles. So I was over in Michigan and Vancouver for a month. So my son and granddaughter live in Michigan. So this is my
the Canadian, yeah. No, thanks to Cameron. I think he was writing in the chat. He brought me 3. So I will make them and then put it in to rotate. And on the, in the Netherlands, we organize the campaigns of traveling puzzle. So, and I see some of them that, you took with you. Wow.
So I ordered these because these are all the US Nationals puzzles. And so I ordered them to be delivered to Michigan. So they were there when I arrived.
Uh-huh.
And then also, this is such a beautiful puzzle. Like you, I will always sniff out a puzzle shop or a toy shop and see what they have and try and do a calculation in my head. Do I have enough space in my suitcase to take something back? This is an Indigenous artist from Canada.
Yeah.
So they're very big on kind of First Nation respect. And so I saw this and I thought, I don't need another Ravensburger. Well, I do need Canadian Ravensburger ones, but more than that, it's just such a beautiful image. And because it's a First Nations artist, then it's like
yes,
easily jumped over I have to have this one.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It looks beautiful. 1,000 pieces, right?
1,000 pieces, yeah.
No, in Japan, I was more. I was surprised for the huge portfolio they have of 300 pieces puzzles.
Oh,
A lot. And I like it because I have a very busy job and I have a pile of 1,000 pieces puzzles that I haven't done for over a year, okay? Because of the activities that I like to be involved, etc. So that was perfect for me. And I think like a majority were or pictures of places or manga characters. Not everybody liked the style. A lot of One Piece, etc. But Spy Family, but I like them. So, oh my God, for me was going back to my childhood. I bought a puzzle from Heidi, the Girl of the Alps, for example. Or I don't know how many puzzles of Pokemon because I love Pokemon. So, and the formats, crystal that you can see through the light and plastic, or the puzzles that bring a frame. I bought a lot as well of Studio Ghibli, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki, 3D, a lot. If you are into a manga or anime, that's perfect. There were shops, only one shop I found Ravensburger. And the ones that I find here in Europe, nothing really different, but it was a small section. The rest, it was full of Japanese brands. And I discovered one brand. I have the puzzle here. Wait a minute. I have seen it in the socials a lot. Is this puzzle, because in Asia they are starting to introduce puzzles for speed puzzling. And then this is the brand is called is Janoman, and this is 300 pieces, and they use it in competitions. But I got this copy from Ayaka Omori from the Japanese Association. We exchanged puzzles. I was very happy. But then in the portfolio, they have as well other speed puzzlings, and they are merchandising it as a speed puzzle specifically for this.
okay.
Besides their standard portfolio. So I was quite happy to find all of this. And then honestly, when I go to my in-laws here in the Netherlands, they live 25 minutes far from a Ravensburger outlet. Yeah, I always go to take a look. Yeah, I cannot miss it. Yeah.
Yes. I've also brought EJJs with me on holidays. Sometimes I order them and then I book the holiday afterwards. So I did one in Gran Canaria last November, and I brought one to Michigan. I don't know if Michelle remembers the baby on the.
Very nice, very nice.
Suddenly a baby appeared into the image. So, and then you hear Fruji saying, "There's a baby." Kieran, I'm quite curious about the other travelers who were on your Camino walk. You had a puzzle, but what did other people bring to kind of while away the waiting and the keep themselves entertained?
I didn't see very much, where people go off into a corner and do their own thing. I think some people brought books, but they would have been kind of mostly online. Some people journaled. A lot of people just scrolled on their phones. Maybe they were doing something interesting and useful. Maybe they were just doing scrolling like the rest of us.
So they have chosen digital. You choose analogic.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see anybody with like a Rubik's Cube or playing cards?
Oh, cards, yes. So I learned a new game called Cambio. So there were different groups of people I walked with at different times, and the younger group that I walked with for kind of most of the middle, they would play Cambio every evening, and it's a great game for, you can have a lot of people playing it or just two, and it's very quick to play, and very much lots of bluffing. So
How do you call that? How do you spell that?
Cambio, Cambio.
That means change.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm realizing, how is it your Spanish? ¿Hablamos en español?
Sí, un poquito. So I've been learning Duolingo Spanish for the Camino and also for the World Championships.
Yeah, because you are going to Valladolid, right? This year.
Yes, definitely this year. It was my goal last year, and this year I will definitely make it.
Very nice, very nice.
So I have a Danish Paris partner and an Argentinian team.
Yeah, you are going with Lea, right?
Yes.
We play in teams. In my first participation at the Danish Championship, she's very good, and she has improved over the last 2 years. Amazingly. Very good.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Super nice. And a part of Valladolid, do you have other trips or puzzle trips planned for the rest of the year?
We have the Irish Nationals coming up on the 21st of November. Apparently, individuals are sold out in a couple of hours. There may be still pairs places. So really looking forward to that. Apart from that, not at the moment. I am kind of, I had 2 things penciled in for next year. One is the Belgian Nationals, which I was at.
Shall we play together again?
Potentially. We'll see. And then also, I'm really interested in the World Series in Toronto.
Yeah.
I think there were 2 reasons I didn't go. One was because of the Camino, but then also, I'm at a point where it's questioning, am I good enough to actually go and, not make a fool of myself? And so I borrowed all 6 puzzles from Emma work and made them like in the right order. And I think I came something like 270th out of 370. So that was decent enough. I think 3 of the puzzles I finished in the time. The second time I made them, I think I knocked 36 minutes off my overall time.
Yeah, no, very good.
I also have friends that live an hour from Toronto, and my granddaughter is 5 hours drive from Toronto. So I'm kind of trying to put the pieces together to, how can I make a trip?
Combine, exactly. Yeah, great. Sounds great.
It is the weekend when I would have expected the Dutch nationals to be on.
Yeah, but we were talking about that, but they claim it first. But we have a new date, although I cannot announce it yet. We're about to announce it, and it's not going to crash with the World Series. Yeah, but it's going to be after that. So we are confirming the location first, etc., and then we are going to announce it. But definitely not at the same time, because we have a lot of foreigners participating. In fact, we had more different nationalities than World Series. Did you know that? And World Series was quite full of different nationalities. We had more. So we said we cannot do it. So we move it. It will be later. Yeah. No, great. If you come, you are more than welcome. Not this year. I am doing a short trip because Stein is organizing in Brussels a Pokemon, building the newest Pokemon 42,000 pieces. I'm joining. Wow. And at this time, I will travel there, not with my Pokemon puzzles, but with my Pokemon plushes, because we are organizing something nice. And then I'm going to Istanbul. I'm going to the European Championship. And it will be the first time I compete as Dutch officially, because I always compete as Venezuelan.
Okay.
So yeah, arranging things, going there. Never have been in Istanbul, so I think it's a great choice because the puzzle community is so great that the experience will be very nice. But I'm not going to Valladolid for that reason as well. So I am just back from holidays and I want to go to the European Championship. So yeah.
Michelle, do you have anything lined up? I know you're not going to Worlds.
Well, in a few weeks, I will be going to Frugi's Pear Marathon in Siegen, so in her region in Germany. That's, yeah, I think it's in 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. And it will be back-to-back puzzling as a pair, which sounds quite exciting. And sounds like there's going to be like some extra challenges involved as well. So she's being quite secretive about that. So there'll be some nice surprises. And then after that, I think the next thing is a marathon in Belgium. It's in winter.
I am going there. I forgot to mention. So we will see each other, Michelle, there. Winterberg?
How do you say it?
Winterberg?
No, that's in Germany. There's a marathon in Belgium.
Okay.
I don't have a team yet. I have to figure things out. I already booked the team, but I don't have any people for it. So I gotta get myself sorted for that. Yes.
What date is that?
Good question. I think it's in November. Let's have a look. No, I can't find it. It was on a Sunday at the end of the year. And I think I was a bit hasty and I just booked it without organizing a team first. So I'll figure that out soon. All right. Well, I'll let you get on with your evening, Kieran. Thanks for sharing your stories about the Camino and how you went with that single puzzle. Always interesting to hear how people travel with puzzles, and in this case, just one puzzle, but just doing it over and over time. And it's just great to see. Like I just looked at your graph again on your Instagram page, and just seeing all those times shaving off as you go along the trip. So I think that's a good challenge for anyone out there who's got limited baggage and only has space for one puzzle. Take a 300 and see how you get on.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Kieran. Good night.
Bye.
And Michelle, Richard James Fletcher wrote in the chat 1st November in Erpent, I think, for the marathon.
Yeah, I thought it was I started at the 8th. I looked at 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th, but I didn't look at the 1st. Yes, it's the 1st of November. And I have to figure out a team for that. Thanks, Richard. So we have 9 puzzlers still going, and we have 14 minutes left. Just in the past minutes, we had a few more finishes. So let's just check in with the rankings. So Nadine K, Nadine W. Oh, so that both of the Nadines finished like within the same minute. We also had Richard James and Karine also finished shortly. And here we have Christina and Loretta coming into the close, both finishing. Actually, Christina's finishing on the palm trees. Loretta is finishing on the sky, but looking really good. And everyone has finished the first puzzle. So hoping that we get a clean sweep as well. Wishing everyone best of luck to finish the second puzzle as well. So well done, Christina and Loretta. Before we go on to our next interview with Gavin, I just wanted to, hang on, I'll just put the other puzzlers on screen. I just wanted to read a couple more of the answers out. I thought there were some very nice answers for people regarding the travel puzzles. So Vanessa R, she was the one who was doing it on a spa holiday with her mum and grandma. And on other holidays, she takes a 99-piece puzzle along. We also had Lena, who says she likes to take a lot of small puzzles with her in small boxes. Sinya from France said, on my holiday to Iceland, I bought 4 jigsaws and Ziploc bags in case the weather was not fit for outdoor activities. Yeah, that's a good point as well. So sure, on a summer holiday, or any holiday, you hope for good weather to spend time outside. But if you don't, it's always good to have something else to get on with. And let's read one more. Karine says, no, I don't bring puzzles because of limitations to baggage. But sometimes I buy a puzzle at the destination and then leave it at the destination to avoid this problem. Okay. So yeah, maybe just leave it at the hotel or leave it at the Airbnb. Interesting. Okay, so let's check in with Gavin and yeah. First of all, tell us how the puzzles went for you today.
Hi, Gavin.
I nearly cried when I saw Simba come out.
Sorry, you're a bit hard to hear. Are you close to your microphone? Mm.
Is that better?
Oh, that sounds better. Yes. So did I hear correctly? You almost died when you saw the lion.
Almost cried.
Oh, almost cried. Okay, it's about the same anyway. But you did it.
Yeah, I've probably not paid 2 minutes off my time, so quite happy with that.
So you've done this one before, and so you knew it was tricky. Do you know how many minutes you took off?
22.
Oh, fantastic! 22 minutes. And how many months ago was it that you did it?
I think it was November, so 9 or 10 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's fantastic. And was the pool party new to you?
I've not seen that before. A bit weird, but
Yeah, but also probably much better for you then.
that was 28 minutes. So yeah, that was. Jan was happy with my performance there.
Yeah, very good. So you said you've gone on 2 puzzle-related holidays where you've taken puzzles to practice with you. Would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, yeah, we went. Well, we went to Munich, the World Series, and I say me and my wife went. It was only me taking part, and we were quite limited on luggage, so I took a puzzle that I already had assembled, separated out into sheets and putting a mailing envelope with the poster, and then took one of the tiny little happily ones as well.
That's something I've never heard of before. You left the box at home, but you transported it like in quarters inside an envelope.
Yeah, and one of the little thin cardboard mailing envelopes you get.
Oh, okay. Just so that was thinner than bringing the whole box with you.
So, well, we had to practice loading 6 puzzles into our suitcases. Actually, I practiced on 7 in case we bought any more, and that proved to be a good thing to try.
Okay, so you left space for bringing back 7 puzzles between the 2 of you. So you weren't planning on buying any more luggage. You just packed exactly that you could fit in the puzzles that you would receive there.
Yeah. And then we went to Utrecht to Dutch Nationals, and we had quite an interesting experience packing everything we bought and everything we acquired at Nationals into our suitcase that time. I don't know if I'm breaking up here.
No, that's good. Do you have? So you said something about a caravan. You also own a caravan, and you want to bring some puzzles with you on your next camping trip.
Yeah. The next trip is Bank Holiday weekend in the UK at the end of August. So I looked when we booked it. Oh, we've got an EJ. I've got an EJJ, and then we've got a Pear's Puzzle Guzzle that weekend. So I hope we have some phone signal.
Yes, you'll need a good connection for that. And what type of have you gone on other holidays that were not puzzle related, so not going to a puzzle competition, where you have brought puzzles with you, even if it was just like a driving holiday or within the UK?
Well, we take them in the caravan. Say if we're going overnight in a couple of places, we'll take some with us. Sometimes stay in the hotel. Um, next month we're going to New York as well, and it just so happened there was a puzzle guzzle on there as well, so we're going to have to find somewhere in a hotel to do this 1,000-piece puzzle. So that should be exciting.
Oh, so that's in Mallorca.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
So,
we've had a couple of people. I think we've had a couple of people participate from Mallorca, from a hotel. No, actually, it was Kieran. He was in the Canary Islands. So yeah, maybe you'll be our first participant from Mallorca. Oh no, that's a puzzle guzzle. So do you have any tips for when you're traveling? Oh, there's an echo. Do you have any tips for when you're traveling with puzzles as to how, apart from like putting them in a, what do you call it, a mailing box, other ways that you pack space, or how you bring them home to maximize?
so things like getting the boxes and I think I've got the wrong part of the box there, but packing the boxes in like that, and then stocking more stuff inside as well as just the bags.
Okay, so you leave the top open, you put the box with inside each other, and then pack them in.
And then when you end up with puzzles with different sizes, it all sometimes works out with balancing them together.
Yeah. Christine, did you I just noticed that Christine finished. Oh yes, you did.
Yes.
Click done. Okay,
I check her. Yeah.
Okay, well done. Thank you. Good job, Christine. Yeah,
Congrats.
so we've got 6 people still puzzling, and yeah, I think we've got 4 minutes. No, 5 minutes. So 5 minutes. I think Kurt can do it in 5 minutes. And Jennifer is also 2/3 of the way through. Bernhard could also do it as well. Come on, keep on puzzling. And if you don't think you'll make it, just keep the momentum up anyway. Keep up your pace as much as you can. So how is the table in the caravan? Is this one of these fold-out tables, or like does it have a split in the middle? Like how would you rate it for puzzle ability?
It's compact is probably the right word. There's the table itself, it just folds out, and then there's this little bit over the side. It just folds out like that, but that's a separate piece.
Yeah.
Sort of holding pieces over here and then building them over on the separate table.
Okay, so you do have that like seam in the middle, and so you use one for like your loose pieces, and then you try to build the puzzle on the one complete table side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what about the height? Can you adjust the height?
No, it's about the right height for me, being quite short. It's a bit tight if I want to stand up, so it's not too far over either. It's quite a narrow table, so I can manage.
So puzzling in a caravan will present its own set of challenges.
Yeah, it's more fun to take the table outside when the weather permits.
True. Can you just basically detach the whole table, or you have an extra one for outside?
It's just a table with legs that fold out. It's a freestanding table. You can just take outside.
Oh, okay. It's not one that's attached to the wall.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then I hope that when you do your puzzle competition in the caravan, that you can actually do it outside the caravan. And then you have the full space. If you want to sit up or sit down or stand up, you can move a little bit and not be so crammed. Because I know that those caravans are always built for like maximizing every little space, but it doesn't give you much room to breathe. But look, we've got Kurt. Kurt has just finished in the nick of time with 2.5 minutes remaining. Congratulations, Kurt. Fantastic. And yeah, now we're looking, yeah, coming up to 2 minutes. So I know that Anna was, your wife wanted to try speed puzzling as well. She has an Instagram account about 1 puzzle a day. Has she kept up with that?
Yes, she has. And she's, oh, there she
You want
is.
to come and say hi? Oh, that's you're working on a 500 Ravensburger.
Yeah, I just did this one today.
Oh, lovely. That one looks fun.
It's nice. I have a lot of London puzzles for some reason. So it goes with the collection. Yeah. I'm getting better. Still not as fast though.
Yeah. Have you participated in any competitions, or are you just doing it casually for fun?
I got sacrificed at UK Nationals because Gavin wanted both of the puzzles from each round. So I had to. Oh, I love that puzzle. It was really nice. Because some of the 300 and 200s are really hard. So when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is good.
We
Yeah.
got the feedback, a mixed feedback. A lot of people, the feedback they gave, it was a very nice puzzle, except the eyes, because you had a lot of Barbies, Michelle, and then all the eyes of the faces. That was, let's say, the tricky part that people mentioned. Yeah.
Yep. I'll just have to say we've got coming up to the final. Oh, I know that one. Yes, the Barbies. It is a bit freaky when you have lots of eyes. Yes. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. That is 2 hours. Well done. Really good effort. I'm so happy everybody finished the first puzzle. And sorry you didn't finish the second, but if you only had like another 15 minutes, the rest of you would have finished. So please go ahead and count up the rest of your pieces and add that to the timer as well. So on the timer website, you can also record the number of pieces. So the Barbie puzzle, so that was the one that was used in the friendly.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it is a common thing that doing lots of faces is a bit tricky, but I think for an easier puzzle, for a friendly social puzzle, or for people who are not like training vigorously to be speed puzzlers,
Or starting.
I think it was a very good choice. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got dumped as the friend after I required Victor as a friend.
They didn't even need to use him, did I? Oh, I was kind of disappointed because I thought, I could puzzle with Victor.
Oh,
and then
you got Victor to be your backup, but then in the end you finished it yourself, so you didn't get to puzzle with Victor. Well, that is disappointing. So somehow it's almost like next time you're at a competition with Victor, you need to ask him again. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, thanks so much for joining us for a quick chat. And congratulations to everyone who's participated today. And hopefully you can, for those who didn't finish, you can enjoy finishing the puzzle. Yeah, hopefully in the next 20 minutes or at another date of your choice. But I see that Dora is very motivated and she's going to finish it before too long. So thank you so much, Daniela, for joining me on this.
Thanks for the invite.
And I love to hear all your little stories and tidbits from the different competitions that you've been to and the different people that you've met. Yes, and I like the story from the Vatican of the chubby baby at the Vatican.
We share a similar story then. Yeah, nice. No, thank you. I want to thank as well all the people in the chat that is always commentating and making a really dynamic the transmission via YouTube. And thanks for your comments. And then, see you next time. Yes, thanks everyone, and thanks for everyone. It's always nice when you cheer on your friends and the puzzlers in the chat. We appreciate it. All right, see you at the next one, which will be on Sunday morning. It's going to be Pairs Twice as Nice. Bye, Richard. And we see you soon. Bye. Bye.